Celia with her Sparrow Plane by Parnell. Celia with her Sparrow Plane, she took a glass unseen, a mop she filled, and while he built, she spirits your liquor in, used such a sweet, such rosy lips, he feared not treat you there, but love and such were too much for one poor bird to bear against a pretty fluttering fool. The mighty foes combine, so down he sunk, bewitched or drunk by beauty or fine, at her left he chirping cup, and dropped the little head. A folks who guessed what birds express have told me thus he said, who use various scenes have tried various times to reign. Men kissed and one with drunk Annan, then after kissed again, and Celia chose short life to grasp a double store of blisses, while by her means a bird obtains at once both drink and kiss. A hymn for evening by Parnell. The beam-repelling mists arise, and evening spreads obscure skies. The twilight will the night forerun, and night itself be soon begun. Upon thy knees devoutly bow, and pray to the Lord of glory now, to fill thy breast, what deadly sin may cause a blinder night within. And there the pleasing vapours rise, which gently dim the closing eyes, which make the very members blessed, a sweet refreshment in their rest. Whoever spirits in the brain dispel the soft embrace again, and on my watchful bed I stay, forsook by sleep and waiting day, be God for ever in my view, and never he forsake me too. But still as day concludes the night, to break again with newborn light, as wondrous bounty let me find with still a more enlightened mind, when grace and love in one agree, grace from God and love from me. Grace that will from heaven inspire, love that seals set with desire, grace and love that mingle beams and fill me with increasing flames. Thou that hast the palace far, both the moon and every star, thou that sittest on a throne, to which the night was never known, regard my voice and make me blessed, by kindly granting its request. Affords on thee my soul employ, my darkness will afford me joy, till thou shalt call, and I shall soar and part with darkness evermore. A hymn for morning by Parnell. See the star that leads the day rising, shorts a golden ray, to make the shades of darkness go from heaven above and earth below. And warn us early with a sigh to leave the beds of silent night, from hearts sincere and sound from its very deepest ground. Send devotion up on high, winged with heat to reach the sky. See the time for sleep is run, rise before with the sun, lift thine hands and humbly pray the fountain of eternal day, but as the light serenely fair illustrates all the tracts of air, the sacred spirit summer rest with quickening beams upon thy breast, and kindly clean it all within from darker blemishes of sin, and shine with grace until we view the realm it kills of glory too. See the day that dawns in air, brings along its toil and care, from the lap of night it springs, with heaps of business on its wings. Prepare to meet them in a mind that both submissively resigned, that would to works appointed fall, and knows that God has ordered all. And thither with a small repast we break our sober morning fast, nor forts and houses lay, the future methods of a day, early walk abroad to meet our business with industrious feet. Whate'er you think, whate'er you do, as glory still be kept in view. Giver of eternal bliss, Heavenly Father, grant me this. Grant that all as well as me, all whose hearts are fixed on thee, who reverie thy Son above, with thy sacred spirit love. A hymn for noon by Parnell. The sun is swiftly mounted high, it glitters in the southern sky, its beams with force and glory beat, and fruitful earth is filled with heat. Father, also with a fire, warm the cold, the dead desire, make the sacred love of thee with my soul a sun to me. Let it shine so fairly bright, and nothing else we took for light, earthly charms be seen to fade, and in its lustre find a shade. Let it strongly shine within, to scatter all the clouds of sin, that drive when gusts of passion rise, intercepts it from our eyes. Let its glory more than we, with sun that lights the sky, let it swiftly mount in air, mount with it, and leave it there, and soar with more aspiring flight realms of everlasting light. Thus, while here I am forced to be, I daily wish to live with thee, and feel that union which thy love will, after death, complete both. For my soul I send my prayer, great Creator, bow thine ear, thou for whose perpetuous sway the world was taught to see the day, who spake the word and earth began, and showed its beauties in the sun. With pleasure I their creatures view, and would with good affection too, good affections really free, lose from them and move to be, or teach me due returns to give, and to the glory let me live, and then my day shall shine the more, or pass more blessed than before. Impromptu like Marshall by Parnell. Gaze gone out early, how comes it to pass? not that he has business, but thinks that he has. A Riddle by Parnell. Upon a bed of humble clay, in all her garments loose, a prostitute my mother lay to every comer's use, till one gallant in heat of love his own peculiar mate her into region far above, and soft the beds conveyed her. But in his absence to his place, a rough arrival came, her cold constrained embrace begat me on the dame. I then appeared to public view, a creature wondrous bright, but shortly perishable too, inconstant, nice and light. On feathers not together fast I widely flew about, and from my father's country passed to find my mother out. Where her gallant of her beguiled with my enarmored crew, life it was my mother's child, brought forth my mother too. After the French manner by Parnell. Is Pope who gathers money to translate, with gave a shepherded writer met of late. Says Pope, your cloaks won't come out with sped, for Philips to be bribed from Tonson fed. Indeed the story may be true, says Gay, for your subscriptions give him power to pay. An epitaph desired on one Wheeler by Parnell. My name is Wheeler, here I lie, because I happen for to die. Life with me and death wheeled me out, how strangely things are wheeled about. Chloris appearing in a looking-glass by Parnell. Oft have I seen a piece of art, of light and shade the mixture fine, speak all the passions of her heart, and shoot through life on every line. But what is this before my eyes, with every feature, every grace, that strikes with love and with surprise, and gives me all the vital face? It is not Chloris, for behold, the shifting phantom comes and goes, and when 'tis here, 'tis pale and cold, nor any female softness knows. It is the image, for I feel that the pains that Chloris gives, her charms are there, I know 'em well, I see what in my bosom lives. How could I but the picture save, it is drawn by her own matchless skill. Nature the lively colours gave, and she need only look to kill. Ah, fair one, will it not suffice that I should once your victim lie, unless you multiply your eyes, and strive to make me doubly die? Hark, the thundering drums inviting by Parnell. Hark, the thundering drums inviting all our forward youth to arms. Hark, the trumpet sounds exciting manly souls of fierce alarms. Pace the thoughts and idle pleasure, glory shines in active flame. Life is but too short a measure, strive to make it long by fame. See the brave by boldly daring raises trophies of the slain. See the brave by nothing fearing comes in triumph back again. The man admired, the woman love him, fortune favors all he does. The powers that bless the great approve him, praise and laurel crown his brows. I looked and in a moment run by Parnell. I looked and in a moment run, the poison from my veins, no Celia think yourself too young to give me most pains. When heaven did the sun create, he shone as bright as snow, fires which killed them yet the infant stars did glow. In Bibby's cheeks ye roses blow by Parnell. In Bibby's cheeks the roses blow, and Caddy's nose they rise. Bibby's lips soft accents flow, and streams from Caddy's eyes. But yet Bibby's brows display to Caddy's teeth repairs. Bibby's lilies bleached to grey appear in Caddy's hairs. Yet all your world's sweet Bibby toast neglected Caddy lives, while she deserves your bumper most, who most attracts her eyes. Love in disguise by Parnell. To stifle passion is no easy thing, heart and love is always on the wing. The bold betrayer flutters still, and fans the breath prepared to tell. It melts the tongue and tunes the throat, moves the lips to form the note. When the speech is lost, it then sends out its ghost, a little sigh to say we die. 'Tis strange the air that cools, the flame should prove, I wonder not it is the air of love. At close I can make my love look well, and cover pleading wounds I can't conceal. Words such artful accents break, you think I rather act than speak. My sighs unlived through a smile, your unsuspecting thoughts beguile. Why is it varied so, you can't the wishes know. I am so gay, you think I play, happy contrivance such as can't be prized, to live in love, and yet to live disguised. My days have been so wondrous free by Parnell. My days have been so wondrous free of little birds that fly with careless ease from tree to tree, the bud as blessed as I. Ask gliding waters if a tear of mine increased their stream, or ask flying gales of air I lent one sigh to them. But now my former days retire, and I my beauty court, within the chains of sweet desire are fixed upon my thought. Ye nightingales, ye twisting pines, ye swains that horn the grove, ye gentle echoes, breezy winds, ye close retreats of love. Of all of nature, all of art, this is the dear design, or teach a young unpractised heart to make my Nancy mine. Every thought of change I hate, as much as of despair, never covered to be great unless it be for her. 'Tis true the passion in my mind is mixed with soft distress, yet while the fair love is kind, I cannot wish it less. Now kind, now coy with how much change, by Thomas Parnell. Now kind, now coy with how much change, you feed my fierce desire, as if to more extravagance you'd managed up the fire. In vain if this your meaning be, in vain you use these ways, it's equally as hard for me to love you more as less. To other nymphs bequeath the arts, whose eyes more faintly shine, or practice them at least on hearts which love you not like mine. O tell if any fate you see, by Thomas Parnell. O tell if any fate you see can more unhappy prove, than there the nymph will cruel be, and still the swain must laugh, for joy to sigh and serve the fair, court sighs and service gain, if in not availing are, begrow the lover's pain. Then as thus he spoke his grief, for all around him pinned, at Celia bringing no relief, he cared not what was kind. Oft have I read that Innocence Retreats, by Thomas Parnell. Oft have I read with Innocence Retreats, where cooling streams salute your summer seats. Singing at ease she roves your field of flowers, or safe with shepherds lies among the bowers. But later last I crossed the country fair, and found no strifen nor rinder where Hodge and William John to curely Ned, while Ned was drinking Hodge and William dead. Where Cecilia cheered by day the slips of Nell, and here night was ended still fell. Are these the virtues which adorn the plain? Ye bards forsake your old Arcadian vein, to sheep whose tender innocence resign, to place where swains and nymphs are said to shine. Swans twice as wicked nymphs, but half as sage, this sheep alone we drive your golden age. On a lady with a foul breath, by Thomas Parnell. Out of our life it cannot be, there's so much rottenness in we. Corruption only is in death, what's more beauty than thy breath? Think not you live because you speak, for graves such hollow sounds can make. And respiration can't suffice, vapours do from caverns rise. Of these such noisome stenches come, the mouth betrays thy breast a tomb. Thy body is a corpse that goes, the magic race from its repose, a pestilence that walks by day, and falls at night to worms and clay. But I will to my Chloris run, who will not let me be undone. The sweets the virgin breath contains are fitted to remove my pains. I will a healing nectar sip, and to be saved approach the lip, for if I touch the matchless dame, I'm sure to burn with inward flame. As when I would one dagger shun, I'm straight upon another thrown. I seek a cure, one sought to ease, yet on that cure a new disease. But love for fatal still can bless, a greater danger hide the less. I go where passion bids me fly, and choose my death since I must die. As those pursued by birds of prey, venture with milder man to stay. Uncontent, by Thomas Parnell. Grant heaven that I may choose my bliss, if you design me worldly happiness. As not honour that's but air, glory is but fancied light. Fame as oft speaks false as right, riches have wings and never dwell with care. Give me an undistempered mind, as your third region undisturbed by wind. Content from passions ever free, to rule oneself and lead a monarchy, this a request of we. For all we see are fortune's apes, and chances oft as she their shapes. For my kind of fortune leave me, though my dearest friends deceive me, I in this universal tide, firm on heaven's mercy would abide, and mongst the giddy waves securely ride, though they should die, who never did my love abuse, perhaps in tears would my passion vent, but straight again I'd be content, remembering 'twas at the Almighty's deed, though I should my best relations lose. I'd a sighing cry heaven's will be done, it did but lend them now it has its own. Fortune should never be adored as a deity by me. She only makes them fools, who make her great, but still content on earth, intent on heaven. I'd be an equal temper keep in every state, nor care nor fear my destiny. Death and most dreadful should not fright, when he comes I'd patiently submit. Content was in my soul should build its halcyon's nest, is that the spirit on your waters rest, and keep an everlasting calm within my breast. Unhappiness in this life, by Thomas Parnell. The morning opes, very freshly gay, and life itself is in the month of May. If green my fancy paints an hour, and floats with 1,000 colours more, then falls the weaving vat in spreading wreaths, and softly shakes them with an easy breeze. If golden fruit adorns the bending shade, or trails the silver water o'er its bed, glide gentle water still more gently by, while in the summer bower of bliss I lie, and sweetly sing of sense delighting flames, and nymphs and shepherdess soft invited names, or view the branches which around me twine, and praise their fruit diffusing sprightly wine, or find new pleasures in the world to praise, and still with this return adorn my lays, range round your gardens of eternal spring, arrange my senses while I sweetly sing. In vain, alas, seduced by ill, and acted wildly by the force of will, I tell my soul it will be constant May, and charm a season never made to stay. Beauty's arbor will not stand a storm, the world but promises can't perform. And fade your leaves, and with all your flowers, I'll dote long in enchanted bowers, but sadly mourn a melancholy song, the vain deceits that held my soul so long. The lusts that tempt us with delusive show, and sin brought forth for everlasting woe. Or shall the notes to soul's object rise, where frequent rests procure place for sighs? And as I moan upon the naked plain, with this birth enclosing every strain, return my senses, range no more abroad, and only find its bliss who seeks for God. On Mr. Colliers' essay on the stage by Thomas Parnell. Some ages has the stage triumphant stood, and wise masquerade approached the crowd, and charming numbers, all bewitching arts, has the gay Syren dressed to steal our hearts. Like undesigning pleasures she appears, at once delights and unperceived ensnares. Long as she found the unhappy power to please, and wandered in a luxury of success, but you unmask a fashionable she, draw off a curtain and dissect the bait, expose to view the hook so closely hid, break down Alpha's priest deride. Thus, when to painted idol Israel bowed, the good Elijah zealous for his God against the blocks of the prophets arose, alone attacketh and overthroweth foes. Hail, men of God, all hail, whose pure squall dares check a world that's so perversely ill. Dares even its darling vanity's abuse, and its full career arrests the loser moose. You like some angel guide conduct us on, and shew the Sodom which you teach to shun. You spoil the varnished ill of all its race, of all its beauties every bowed grace, and shew the flirk's benefits to smooth a face. Thus, say the bards, some worthy knight maintains a war, the fairy states, enchanted scenes, when he moves on the bright illusion flies, and dismal dungeons gape before his eyes. On Mr. Pope drawing by Thomas Parnell. An author has another's had begun, and a man say it might be better done, for since we're both for wits, I'm very glad to find he has not drawn twice as bad. On Platina, Prosperus Spiriteus by Thomas Parnell. The man whose judgment joined the force of wit, the lives of popes and lives of heroes writ, who sung true pleasure showed your golden mean, and taught wild youth to shun your lover's pain, wrote all this, who more than this designed all fine impressions of celestial mind, that man that Platina or lady fed, from earth to silent darkness is not dead, even death is here restrained, your stroke your gives, has killed the man your writer ever lives. On Sir Charles Porter, the Chancellor's death by Thomas Parnell. And 'tis too true, alas, we find he's gone, virtue from earth a second time is flown, she only when with her two sisters flew, but now since he who were good withdrew, uncertain where to fix, in him they lost their seat, and had but heaven as a sure retreat. He held his scales when justice hand did shake, when he, you'd think that wisdom self did speak, he was with honour blessed, with honesty and praise, even blessed with all we could desire but days. And those were much too few, for he is gone, not for himself, but for your world, too soon. In him we found, and with him buried lies, whatever poets gave their deities, Jove's pro Minerva's learning, Hermes' tongue, Apollo's wisdom, years, and his still seeming young. The same sweet temper he to all did shew, and as his face his mind so wrinkle knew. He then the foe suppressed was still ye same, pitying forgave, and smiling overcame. His glorious sun, like heavens, was o'ercast by enemies, as that by clouds oppressed, that keeps his locks composed, and this his breast. Both to glory set, as both in glory reign, but this for ever that to rise again. Perfection seers to their centre fold, he was for great, yet far from being proud, was gentle, liberal, and though modest free, gold has ally, now everything but he. Yet is he taken away, snatched hence by heaven, as if it seemed to envy what had given. But when we've such a loss, how can ye planets shine ye clouds, not melt or rain, that everything the wonted course retain? Heaven our soul cannot have a share, we've lost a god on earth, 'tis got a saint a star. On the Castle of Dublin by Thomas Parnell. This house and inhabitants both well agree, and resemble each other as near can be. One half is decayed, and in want of prop, the other new built but not finished atop. On the number 3 by Thomas Parnell. Beauty rests not in one fixed place, but seems to reign on every face. It is nothing sure but fancy when in various forms bewitching men, or is it shape and colour framed, proportion just and woman named? A fancy only ruled in love, why should it then so strongly move? Or why should all that look agree down its mighty power and free? In free it choose a different phrase, each shining with peculiar grace, kindred a native likeness gives, which pleases as in all that lives, and where the features disagree, we praise the dear variety. Beauty surely ne'er was yet so much unlike itself and so complete. Onward trust, by Thomas Parnell. Think, England, what it is to shake, and better use your king. His power raised a frozen snake, and must he, when he hears it speak, find out what tongue can sting? Trust is you make in long debates, which he's forced to give, while by your trust the rebel gets, the subject loses border estates, and the oppressors live. Pity us heaven and lend your aid, and others' interest set us free, and not gives us slavery. Was weakness a property, and greatness still obeyed? The men whose heavy arms we feel, the politics are good or ill, deceiving or deceived, the laws founded on their will, and ours by that enslaved. Against their prince's acts we rise, and in their prince's name, with sly intrigue and affection's choice, and everything parrots shame. So Dunkel fox by fire race, saucy empires kill, obscure the royal planet's face, with pride to play a lofty place, and with for pity fall. On your plot against King William, by Thomas Parnell. Roman she good king Phillis life hath bought, she scorned a triumph so ignobly got. The treason and your traitor both disdained, and ever justly conquered, ever justly reigned. But like an Afric, England's serpents bears, which with the parent country's bow its tear, our better genius tumble headlong down, and set her evil one upon your throne. The Titan's wickedness ne'er reached so high, they fought but for your empire of your sky, when Jove unjustly held the sovereignty. But a godlike soul which doth inform our state, Gidrian-like, yet conquered by deceit, here in its stroke would make three kingdoms bleed, and least our isles as kneel without a head. Cheese foods of hellish plots to wreck your brain, a cannot bone the god, ye strive in vain. Ixion's fate again is acted here, he for a deity embraced your wounded heir. On your queen's death, by Thomas Parnell. The Persians used its setting of your son to whole, as if ye ne'er again should run. We only acted it, but we indeed must do it for all that lovely wars is fled, all that was great, good, just, and virtuous dead. The poets of your graces to relate, that waited upon none but Venus weighed. 'Tis false of this, for she in each eye of hers 10,000 graces you might spy. So many her virtues that I've heard you told, mistook you for her taste and thought her old. Yet she is gone, all that was lovely fled, all that was great, good, just, and virtuous dead. Romulus was taken to your gods, and Caesar mounted to your blessed abodes. In floods and earthquakes nature largely grieved, for these the heroes heaven had received. She wept indeed, when now she cannot weep. The stillness of your waves but shows ye deep. The greatness of your loss puts all her faculties asleep. Once Pope and Jevais resolved to adventure, by Thomas Parnell. Once Pope and Jevais resolved to adventure, from a good poet Pope turned an ill painter. So from a good painter Charles Jevais we hope, but turned an ill poet by living with Pope. And each will perform the true parts of a friend, while each will have something to blame or commend. Out of Greek, by Thomas Parnell. The things that mortals love are mortal too, and swiftly transient fleet before the view. As with men a longer while they stay, when swiftly transient fleets himself away. Phillis I long your power have owned, by Thomas Parnell. Phillis I long your power have owned, and you still gently swayed, nor nature has your charms dethroned, and time your chain decayed. Warfare with such perverseness cursed, or still with bliss destroyed, this change approves before your worst, it makes the best things cloy. Driving the forces of disdain, since kindness wins not me, for now you must to rule again another woman be. Scriblerian Epigrams, by Thomas Parnell. I carries the delicate poet, for what? For having writ? No, but for having writ not. Since bearing of a gentle mind, by Thomas Parnell. Since bearing of a gentle mind would make you perfect be, dear Celia, to yourself be kind, by being so to me. Ask to be happy while you can, time flies and pleasures flow, ne'er will have a chance again to be so long as now. Give me a kiss, now give me more, and now another bliss, for love is such a world in store, we need not die on this. 'Twas thus mid Celia would, the fair expecting lay, he took the hint his point pursued, and blessed the lucky day. The happy man, by Thomas Parnell. Oh, blessed the man, how fully so, as far as man is blessed below, who talking up his cross essays, to follow Jesus all his days, with a resolution to obey, and steps enlarging on his way. The father of the saints both, adopt him with father's love, and makes his bosom truly shine with wondrous stores of grace divine. Sweet grace divine, the pledge of joy, and will his soul above employ. Full joy will, when his time is done, becomes his portion as a son. On me, with sweet infused desires, with fervent wishes, holy fires, which of us the melted heart refines, such are his, and such be mine. From hence, despising all besides, what earth reveals, the ocean hides, all that man and either prize, on God alone he sets his eyes. From hence his hope is on the wings, his health renews, his safety springs, his glory bases up below, and all the streams of comfort flow. He calls a Saviour, King above, Lord of mercy, Lord of love, and finds the kingly care defend, and mercy smile and love descend, to cheer, to guide him in the ways of its vain world's deceitful maze. And though wicked earth display its terrors in the fierce array, or gapes so wild with horror shews, its head replete with endless woes, such as a cock keeps and clears ill, still firm to good and dauntless still. So fixed by Providence's hands, and rock amidst an ocean stands, so bears without a trembling dread, the tempest beating round its head, and with its side repels the wave, whose hollow seems a common grave. The skies of deeps are heard to roar, the rock stands settled as before. I, all with whom he has to do, admire the life which blesses you, that feeds a foe, that aids a friend without a by-designing end. Its long real interest lies on the bright side of yonder skies, where having made a title fair, it moans and leaves the words of care. Where he that seeks for pleasing days, and earthly joys, and evil ways, is but full of toil of fame, oh happy be the specious name, and made by wealth, which makes him great, a more conspicuous wretch of state. The soul in sorrow, by Thomas Parnell. Of kind compassion hear my cry, O Jesu, Lord of life on high. As in a summer season beat, with scorching flame and parching heat, the trees are burned, the flowers fade, and thirsty gaps in earth are made, by thoughts of comfort languish so my soul is broke by woe. When on the servant's dropping head, with use of blessing sweetly shed, let vows a quick refreshment give, and raise my mind and bid me live. My fears of danger while I breathe, my dread of endless hell beneath, my sense of sorrow for my sin, to springing comfort change within, change all my sad complaints for ease, to cheerful notes of endless praise. And let a tear mine eyes employ, but such as owe their birth to joy, joy transporting sweet and strong, fit to fill and raise my song, joy which shall resounded be, while days and nights succeed for me. Be not as a judge severe, for so the presence who may bear, on all my words and actions look, another written in thy book, and regard my mournful cry, and look with mercy's gracious eye, what needs my blood since wine will do to pay the debt to justice due. O tender mercies are divine, where so proves the cure of mine, the dropping wounds, the woeful smart, alive the bleedings of my heart, where death and death's extreme of pain restores my soul to life again. Guide me when for here I burn, to make my Saviour some return. I'll rise, if it will please him still, and sure I've heard him own at will. I'll trace his steps and bear my cross, despising every grief and loss, and see despising pain and shame, first took up his, and did the same. The Way to Happiness, by Thomas Parnell. How long, ye miserable blind, shall idle dreams engage your mind? How long the passions make their flight at empty shadows of delight? No more in paths of error stray, the Lord thy Jesus is the way, the spring of happiness, and where should man seek happiness but where? And run to meet him at your need, run with boldness, run with speed, for he forsook his own abode to meet thee more than half a road. He laid aside his radiant crown, and love for mankind brought him down, to thirst and hunger, pain and woe, to wounds, to death itself below. And he that suffered these alone, for all the world despises none. To bid the soul that's sick by clean, to bring the lost to life again. To comfort those that grieve for ill, is his peculiar goodness still. And all the thoughts of parents run upon a dear and only son, so kind a love is mercy shew, so kind and more extremely so. Thrice happy man, or find a phrase that speaks your bliss with greater praise, or most obedient to thy call, leaving pleasures, leaving all, with heart, with soul, with strength incline, O sweetest Jesu, to be wine. Who know thy will, observe thy ways, and thy service spend their days, in death that seems to set them free, but brings them closer still to thee. The Gaudy idle world adieu, by Thomas Parnell. The Gaudy idle world adieu, with all thy tinsel joys. I loved thee dearly once, 'tis true, but since a better choice I knew, I've made a better choice. Wishes moan above the sky upon the wings of faith, which shall follow when I die, for much I doubt if bodies fly, whatever ask will save. All things are fickle here below, above they be, and if I had not left thee now, the pleasures had left me. Count but the changes memory which your short time has known. This is the third king which you see upon the English throne. The Irish who by William's reign were run so much aground, do by the trust confounded gain 300,000 pound. My acquaintance wonder not when you my chance discover, even Mephian has their prayer book board against Rochester comes over. To a young lady on her translation of a story of Phoebus and Daphne from Ovid, by Thomas Parnell. And Phoebus wit is of it said, enchanting beauty wooed, and Daphne beauty coyly fled, the vainly wit pursued. When you trace what Ovid read, a different turn we view. Beauty no longer flies from wit, since both are joined in you. Your lines are once change and part, from whence your laurels spring. In numbers framed to please the heart and merit what they sing. Methinks the poets gently shade, its with presence to be, or Daphne owns you as a maid, she pays you as a tree. All my temples balmy vapours rise, by Thomas Parnell. All my temples balmy vapours rise, whose soft suffusion dims the sinking eyes, gay dreams and troops fantastically light, and silent plums wave down through sable night. Night sable curtains draw before my eye, gently clears the visionary sky, the running darkness draws its dusky shade of the beauties of the flowery mead. More still, more forsaken, the landflung plain mourns grey ants in the sylvan scene. Poisoned the low sailing glittering air, joy to view my newborn nerves of fair. When thy beauty appears, by Thomas Parnell, and thy beauty appears in its graces and airs, a bright as an angel who dropped from the sky, at distance I gaze, and am awed by my fears, strange you dazzle my eye. And then without art, your kind thoughts you impart, and your love runs and blushes through every vein, and it darts from your eyes when it pants in your heart, when I know you a woman again. With a passion and pride in our sex she replied, and thus might I gratify both, I would do, till an angel appear to each lover beside, but still be woman to you. Young Philomela's Powerful Dart, by Thomas Parnell. Young Philomela's powerful dart gently shepherds sit, of beauty touched the minter's heart, Selenius with wit. Rival swains on either side their amorous pangs expressed. The young minter she denied, Kelden she blessed. The youth met in mutual fire, and pleasure lost his pain, if his hopeless flames expire beneath a cold disdain. Ye priests of love, ye poets tell what Cupid's forces are, if then to suit goes ill or well, no more we serve the fair.